evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Northmont High School for tonight's Senior Night celebration. First, we'd like to recognize the Wayne Warrior Seniors. First, we have Nadia Ned. Danny Snyder. Aubrey Wells. Dakota Berg. Sarah Ojad. Jasmine Ortiz. And Sydney Peck. Tonight we'll take a moment to step back from the scoreboard and shine a light on the incredible individuals who have given so much to this program. Our 8 senior players and 1 senior manager. These seniors have poured their hearts into Northmont Volleyball through all the 3-hour-long practices, long games, and late-night bus rides. They've shown what it means to lead with passion, compete with pride, and represent the Hunter Wolf with character and class both on and off the court. Each of them has left a mark not only through their skill and teamwork, but through their friendship, laughter, and lasting impact they've made on the program's culture. Tonight we celebrate their hard work, dedication, and the memories they've created that will live far beyond the whistles. To our seniors, thank you for everything you've done for Northmont Volleyball. You'll forever be a part of this family. Now let's give a huge round of applause as we honor our Northmont Volleyball class of 2026. First up is Wyatt Pfister. Wyatt is a manager for the Northmont girls volleyball team. He's being escorted by his mom and former team manager. Wyatt has been a team manager for the past 3 years. He is also a member of the Northmont boys volleyball team. He plans on attending college to play volleyball and study exercise science and get a degree in physical therapy. Wyatt Pfister. Our next senior is Brianna Abel. Brianna Abel is wearing jersey number 8, is being escorted by her parents and sisters. She's been a member of the Northmont volleyball team all 4 years of high school. Brianna is also a student section leader, DECA member, and vice president of chapter involvement, senior class and student body sergeant-at-arms, co-president of Student Against Destructive Decisions, competitive dancer and dance teacher, peer facilitation teacher, league leader, member of Blood Drive, and she plays club volleyball. Brianna plans on attending the University of Dayton, majoring in health sciences, then go and get her doctorate in either physical or occupational therapy. Brianna Abel. Our next senior is Keziah Daniel. Keziah's wearing jersey 11 and has been escorted by her parents. She has been a member of the Northmont volleyball team all 4 years of high school. Keziah is also a member of Thunder Watch. She plans on attending college, getting her bachelor's degree in interior design. Keziah Daniel. Our next senior is Tiana Godfrey. Wearing jersey number 28. Tiana is being escorted by her parents, brother, and best friend. She has been a member of the Northmont volleyball team all 4 years of high school. Tiana is also a member of NDSU, Link Group, and Art Club. She plans to attend college majoring in social work to become a medical social worker. Tiana Godfrey. Next is Riley Hardwick. We're in jersey number 6. Riley being escorted by her parents and sister. She's been a member of the Northmont volleyball team all 4 years of high school. Riley is also a member of DECA, senior member of Large, a member of the Blood Drive Committee, student representative, league crew leader, a member of the student athlete leadership team, and she plays club volleyball. Riley plans on attending college to get a Bachelor's of Science in Cell and Molecular Biology, then go and get her doctorate. Riley Hartway. Haley Hill, wearing jersey number 1. Haley is being escorted by her parents and brother. She has been a member of the Northmont volleyball team for all 4 years of high school. Haley is also a member of Link Crew, student government, Spanish cook, student ambassador, blood drive committee, club volleyball, and working 3 part-time jobs. She plans on attending college, majoring in kinesiology and exercise science, then go on to medical school to get a doctorate of physical therapy. Haley Hill. Jaden Johnson, wearing jersey number 9. Jaden is being escorted by her parents and twin sister. She has been a member of the Northmont volleyball team all 4 years of high school. Jaden is also of the student athlete leadership team, coach squad, and Northmont softball team. Jaden plans to continue her academic and athletic career playing Division I softball at Georgia State University, majoring in sports administration. We'd also like to congratulate her on a career milestone with 500 kills in counting. We are all proud of you. Jaden Johnson. Samantha Rowe, wearing jersey number 5. She's being escorted by her parents and brother. She's been a member of the Northmont volleyball team all 4 years of high school. Samantha is also a member of Link Crew, Northmont Honor Society, and she volunteers at Northmore Elementary with special needs students. She plans on studying exercise science or kinesiology at Michigan State or Ohio State University to become a physical therapist. Samantha Rowe. Jenna Hall, wearing jersey number 14. Jenna is being escorted by her parents. She has been a member of the Northmont volleyball team all 4 years of high school. Jenna is also part of the varsity basketball and varsity track teams, a student section leader. Jenna attends Miami Valley CTC, where she is a biotechnology lab. At CTC, she is a student ambassador and participates in HOSA as the social media chair. She plans on studying radiology or science education in college to become a collegiate track athlete. Jenna Hall. And let's give it one more round of applause for the class of 2026.
right, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to another edition of Northmont Thunderbolt Volleyball here inside the Thunderdome. I am Andy Horton here all by myself, well, at least all by myself on the microphone tonight. I got my man Josh over here hanging out with me, running the cameras for me, helping out tonight. So here on senior night, our Northmont Thunderbolts are going to be taking on the Wayne Warriors. Should be a very good matchup. Wayne, I believe, is 5-16 on the season. Our Thunderbolts, on the other hand, sitting at 4th in the conference, 11-9. Before we get going, we're going to go ahead and do a couple of sponsor shout-outs. So first off, we're going to shout out our friends over at Express It Athletics. They make fantastic athletic products. Our man, Jamichael Blanton, is the man in charge over there. You guys need to get in contact with him to be able to purchase some of that fantastic athletic wear. 937-369-0222. Huge shout out to them for rocking with us this season. And then Code Credit Union, one good reason after another to rock with us and the Northmont Thunderbolts all season long. And the Code Credit Union, 937-222-8971. Appreciate you guys for rocking with us this year. And then also our friends over there at Bluebird Construction. You need your home remodeled, you need maybe your roof redone. Bluebird Construction are the people to call. BluebirdOhio.com is how to get in contact with them. And then can't forget about the alumni tournament. It's a lot like the TBT, but it has to do with the high school that you went to versus the college that you went to. It's going to be 64 teams across the state, 8 different regions, all competing. It's a single elimination tournament, all competing for a chance to win $50,000 and be crowned the top alumni team in the state. Should be a lot of fun. More information coming out as we get closer to the tournament, which is going to be tipping off August 2026. Cannot wait for that. So I think we got just a couple of minutes before the PA announcer is going to start going. So since we got a little bit of spare time, we might hit you guys with a ad here, and then we will be back for the tip-off in just a few moments here on the NM Sports Network.
Growing up, I kind of felt like it was a lot that I held in and couldn't express, so that's kind of where it generated from. But, you know, now it's connected to the youth in so many different ways. Being a product of the city and having that competitive spirit, but sometimes it being overshadowed with envy and hate. And I want to be the one to break that cycle so that the light can shine on everybody. Seeing people rock with Express It, it makes me feel like I'm making a difference, especially those of us in the Black community. We all got this competitive spirit. Seeing them represented, I mean, it's always a great feeling. And it's also an honor because it's like they see something in me that they relating to. It's so much more than just the game of basketball or, you know, school or education. This is people's lives, you know what I'm saying?
In order to make tonight's contest as enjoyable as possible, please represent your school and community in a positive and respectful manner. That means follow the rules, speak and act responsibly, and show courtesy and respect for your fellow fans, the officials and coaches, the administrators and authority figures, and of course, your team and opponents. Let's make today's contest great by remembering to respect the game. Thank you. The officials assigned to this contest have been selected and assigned according to the procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and Greater Western Ohio Conference. Tonight's officials are Tim Holloway and William King. To honor our country and the freedom that the Stars and Stripes represent, please stand and remove your hats and join us in playing of the Star Spangled Banner. Now, let's meet our guests. Number 3, Grace Trader. Number 9, Layla Ray. Number 15, Abby Fair. Number 10, Samaya White. Number 11, Audrey and Number 1, Cindy Peck. Number 17, Danny Snyder. Number 14, Dakota Bird and David Butler. Number 5, Nadia Ned. Number 12, Sarah Kuhn. And number 7, Jasmine Ortiz. Wayne is led by head coach Sarah Miller and assistant head coach Derek Lewis. And now, the Lady Thunderbolts. Number 1, Lady Baker. Number 2, Maddie Hall. Number 3, Miley Catherine. Number 4, Faye Osborne. Number 5, Samantha Rose. Number 6, Riley Carter. Number 7, Melissa Keith. Number 8, Brianna Davis. Number 9, Jaden Johnson. Number 10, Nathan Rosa. Number 12, Keziah James. Number 14, Jenna Hall. And number 28, Tiana Rice. Organized guests are Coach Echo, the state protocol, Alina Padilla, and Julia Harmon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back inside the Thunderdome here on Senior Night. for your Northmont Lady Thunderbolts for some more volleyball action. This time the Wayne Warriors making their way down, I guess, across I-70 for this fantastic G-Walk matchup between your Thunderbolts and the Warriors. Andy Horton here on the call tonight. Should be a good one. We are closing in here on the opening tip-off. And shout out to all the seniors tonight, but they said pre-game, actually when they were introducing her, that Jaden Johnson has over 500 career kills. Fantastic job by, I think they said, the three-sport athlete. I think they said she does softball, which we know about that. Heard all the good things about her on the softball field, but they may have also said she does track. Don't quote me on that one, but a fantastic young athlete here for, I mean, they only got half, three-quarters of the bleacher, or 60% of the bleachers out maybe. It's pretty packed in here inside the Thunderdome. And here we go. Wayne is going to start off with the ball. Serving. It's going to be controlled by Harwick. Now she's going to send it back over. A little too strong that time. And it's going to go out of the back line. Wayne will score first. Pushed up in the air. Hall gets it, Hill gets it over rather. No, that was Hall. And it's going to be 2-0 Wayne right out of the gate. Back serving is Danny Snyder. Gets this one in. The tap there by Harwick. Johnson with the authority. It's going to be absorbed. They get it back over. Set up there by Abels. Push to the middle of the floor. The back tap there by Snyder. Gets it in the middle of the Northmont defense, but they're able to crash, keep things going. The block there along the front line by Jasmine Ortiz is going to fall down on the Wayne side. So your Lady Bolts get themselves on the board. Abels now on the serve. Gets it over, and it's absorbed by Trego. Now Snyder standing right in front of the net. Doesn't get a good hit on it, and it's going to go right into the net. 2-all. Snyder now, it's going to get over Ortiz. It's going to go through the hands of the Bolts on the front line and score. 3-2 here early in the first. Hill able to dig this one out. Thrown over by Ruddle. The setup for Snyder, gets it cross court. It's going to be deflected off of the front line, maybe Ruddle or Johnson, and it's going to come down out of bounds on the Northmont side, though. 4-2, the Warriors lead. Dug out once again by Hill, goes cross court on the setup there by Abels. And it's going to be deflected by the Warriors, but last touch by them come down on their side. And back and forth we go. Wayne leading by 1 now. Hoff is back to serve. Just checked in for her first time. Sends this one away. Too strong out of the back line. Good read there by Abby Bard. That one went right over her head, and she let it sail out of bounds. Good positional awareness. Wayne gets this one over this time on the serve. Hall pushes it over. The setup now, a little too strong. Johnson, the great timing, is going to come over and dunk that one right down. And substitution, the crowd is gonna get loud. The student section's getting up. Tiana Gottfried is making her entrance. The entire Thunderdome is getting loud for Miss Gottfried, getting to see her first action of the season. And she's gonna score! Ladies and gentlemen, Tiana Gottfried checking in and making a difference immediately. We'll go ahead and show you guys that on the NM Sports Instant Replay. Off the hands, I believe that was barred, and no one was in position to be able to save that one for Wayne. 5, oh, it's gonna find its way home. Gottfried scoring again. And everyone loves a story like this on senior night. She's getting it back. Gottfried trying to go 3 for 3. He's gonna sail this one a little too far. She's gonna get the check out. Gotta love that. Wayne now back to serve, tied up 6-all. That one's gonna go right into the net. Ortiz. (7-6) now, the Bolts lead. Roper just checked in a moment ago, off the hands of the libero. That is Sydney Peck, and the Bolts will score again, go up by 2. Roper, the serve again, too strong, and the point will go to Wayne. Substitutions now for Wayne as Abby Bard is gonna check out and Samaya Wilder checks in, number 10. The serve, it's gonna be received by Hall, or by Hill, gets it over to Hall. That one's gonna be fired right back out of bounds, gonna hit the antenna on top of the net. And just like that, the T-Bolts back up by 2. Sydney Peck to serve now. Dug out by Roper. The back set to Daniels. Nice job there by Red to keep things going. Now she'll get it over. Thrown over by Abels right into the middle of the defense. We see her do that all the time. It's the Brianna Abels special. Puts the T-Bolts into double figures. Haley Hill now into serve. Absorbed by Peck, tapped up in the air by Ortiz. Tough one to control that time for Hill. The setup from Abels to Johnson. And just like that, Jaden Johnson is gonna get another kill. They keep adding up. See, Hill absorbs that one. And then Peck got a hand on it, just not quick enough to be able to make something happen with it. I believe that was Roper that kept things going. They're gonna get it back over. And Jaden Johnson, you can hear the student section coming alive, chanting for their girl. Haley Hill now with the serve. Peck launches it over. Roper didn't know that Jenna Hall was right behind her. An ill-advised tap right there. Jenna would have been able to keep things going easily, but instead, Wayne will be able to score. Trailing by 3. Roper controls that one. The push over to Harwick, too strong, and is going to fall in just behind the line. Another serve here. That was Snyder. And Wayne is going to be able to score that one, get it to back within one. Crowd gets loud. That one is going to come down just in bounds. Oh my. I'm going to maybe get another look at that here when we got a timeout or whatever. That one was as close as it gets. Wayne gets it back even. Roper absorbs that one, pushed up in the air by Harwick. That was close. Abels and Johnson both went for the ball at the same time. Gets past the front line of Johnson this time. The back set for Roper. Johnson now punches it over. Beck goes cross court over to Ortiz, and it's going to get in just behind Haley Hill, and she looks shocked by that call. I don't believe she agrees. But Wayne is going to take the 1-point lead, 13-12. Danny Snyder serving again. Right into the middle. Roper controls it to Johnson. It's going to be fired right back over, and Roper didn't know where the ball was going. Lets it drop in right behind her. Tough situation for her. She thought she was straddling the out of bounds line. Instead, it drops in a foot or two in bounds. Snyder again with the serve. Harwick tries to tap it over, hits it. It's going to go into the net. And a quick 4-0 run, timeout, Northmont. Coach Breidenball wants to talk things over, and we're going to take a look at that last instant replay opportunity. As I thought that Danny Snyder might have gotten this one down. Oh, I think that's out of bounds. I don't know about that one. See if we can pull it back a little bit. All right, we'll just replay it here in a second. I don't know about that one. Well, let's take another look on it. Look at it here on the NM Sports Instant Replay. I mean, Roper is kind of in the way, but it looks like it just gets down on the other side of that line. But coming out of the timeout in the instant replay, Thunderbolts got to regroup. Now trailing by 3. Snyder been doing great work for the Warriors from behind the line. Johnson, the soft tap. They were gathered right in front of the net, waiting for Johnson to try and score with authority. She goes with the finesse instead of the power. It floats right behind him, and she's able to score, get Northmont back on the board and back to within 2. Peck will take that serve, blocked off the hands of Johnson, knocked backwards. And I think after Johnson got a hand on it, it was Harwick who kept it alive. Jenna Hall had to run back behind the bench to have a chance at it, but there really was no chance. The serve pushed up in the air by Hall, cross court to Harwick, towards the back line. Snyder pushed up in the air there by Wilder. Abels controls it. Now Hill, the push over, got it to Ruddle, who sent it over the net. Blocked! Johnson and Ruddle right there. But that point is going to go to Lila Red. It is blocked right back to the Wayne side, but comes down out of bounds. Last touch by the T-Bolts. Samaya Wilder still serving. Set up to Johnson. Peck in perfect position. now thrown over. Oh my goodness. You couldn't ask for a more perfect play right there. I believe we're gonna say that was Danny Snyder who got it over and just drops it in right there in the back corner. 18-13, throw over there by Abel. Snyder diving, saves it. Peck pushes it up. Now it's gonna hit the antenna on the tap there by Ortiz. The point will go to Northmont to stem the tide, at least momentarily. 18-14. Harwick checks out, Hoff checks in. That point will be scored by the Thunderbolts. (18-15). Snyder gets it back over. It was a strong serve. He immediately went back to the T-Bolt side. Hall gets it over. Snyder keeps it going after the tap by Peck. Red over. Hill. Hall between the defenders and gets it to land. We're going to try and take a quick look. This was the play a couple moments ago that somehow Peck was able to control and Snyder was able to put it in the back corner. Fantastic job there by Wayne. Thunderbolts just had a play of their own that was absolutely fantastic back the other way a second ago. Diving to try and keep it alive is number 15, Abby Bard. Timeout for the Warriors. And now since we just had that one, I guess we will show you that replay. Hoff back behind the line, gets it away at the feet of Abby Bard. And the point will go to the Thunderbolts, back to within one, a back and forth set number one. But Northmont controlling things right now. Excuse me, is taking control of the momentum, I guess I should say. Quick shout out from one of our sponsors, Code Credit Union. One good reason after another to rock with them and us here on the NN Sports Network all year long. 937-222-8971. That's how to get a hold of them. Appreciate you guys. But back after the timeout, both teams trying to take control of the pivotal first set. Hoff with the serve, dug out there by Bard, pushed over by Red to the back line. Hoff keeps things on the T-Bolt side. Hall then got it over. Hill backpedaling hard. Set up by Abels. Diving by Abels after the rejection. Nearly goes into the stands. Great effort both ways, but Wayne will come away with that one. 18-17. Back serving is Nadia Ned. Set up by Abels, back corner, Johnson air mails that one. You don't often see Jaden Johnson miss, and normally when she does, it's not a miss quite that bad. I mean, that one was way out of bounds. Ned back to serve again, launches this one. Hall controls it, pushed over to, it was Abels that controlled it, pushed over to Hall. That time, Red is able to get it over. The tag team of Abels and Johnson not able to come up with the block. 21-17, Northmont trailing by 4. Another serve here by Ned. Scooped up by, that was Hill, and then pushed over by Hoff. The back set, now it's gonna go into the antenna. That's the third time in the game here in the set that Northmont has been able to get away with stealing a point that way. Trailing by 3, Johnson. into the net. Didn't get a good piece of that one. Northmont gives it right back. Ortiz to serve. Abel's a set over to Hall, slaps it towards the back row. Bard over to Red. Hall sends this one over the line. That one was deflected by Sarah Boomachad, and then it caroms through the back of the defense. Roper to serve. Peck digs it out. Pushed over by Ortiz. Absorbed by Roper. Gets it back over. Peck the setup. The soft tap, they get it over. The dive by Roper, and Hall is going to get it back to the Wayne side. The wall is set up. Roper, another punch to keep it alive. Hill over to Hall, and then into the net. Great concentration and execution by your Thunderbolts. Let's see if we can get this replay in time. We're not going to have time to do that, so we're going to abort that one, and we'll take a look at it at our next stoppage. Back corner, Hill. It was coming at her about 100 miles an hour. She tries to absorb it and sends it into the front row of fans. 23-20. Bolts trailing by 3. Roper keeps it going. The throw over by Abels and drops it in. The signature move. She's pulling it back out on senior night. Jenna Hall gets this one over. Daniels, it's saved by Red. Now sent over through the hands of the front line. That might have been off of Daniels, and then Harwick diving to try and keep it alive. Wayne will score. They've got it to set point. Thunderbolts once again trailing by 3, trying to find a way to force.
All right, if you haven't noticed, our student section is
trying to find a way to come back and win this one. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the replay from a couple possessions ago. You see the effort one time after another. Roper keeps it going. Hall gets it over. And frankly, I didn't even back that up far enough, so let me see if I can pull it back a little more. Let's take a look at it now. A save by Roper. She gets back up. Punches it, keeps it going again. And then Hall gets it over. The dive by Wayne into the net, and coming out of that timeout, or coming out of that replay and the timeout. Bolts trail by 1, trying to make the comeback here in set number 1. Peck on the serve. Abel's a setup over to Harwick. Kept alive by Wilder. Now comes Red. Blocked right back at him. They keep it alive for a moment, but too many Warriors in the way. They can't get over to that ball to save it in time. Northmont trailing by 2. Haley Hill back behind the serve line. This one is away. Peck digs it out over by the bench. Red is able to get it over. Set up, Abels. Johnson with the hammer. The gym erupts for a moment with the chance of Jaden Johnson. Back to within 1. Wayne in the lead. Red to Ortiz. Now the push over by Red. Hall high in the air. Hill with the soft tap to get it over. Ortiz over to Wilder. The setup, Abels goes cross court to Harwick. Diving is Peck, keeps it going. Back to Ortiz. Red kept alive again by Roper. Harwick gets it over. Backline, drops it in! Thunderbolts tie it up! My, oh my, what a comeback by the Thunderbolts on senior night. Timeout, Wayne. My, oh my, what a set number one. I think we're going to take a quick break out here on the NM Sports Network so I can catch my breath. Wow, what a start here on senior night. Back here inside the Thunderdome on senior night, they're playing Tommy trumpets. Is it Tommy or Timmy? It might be Tommy. The serve now by Hill. Over to Wilder. Hall is going to get a bad tap on it, and it's going to fly into the front row. Wayne takes the lead back. They've reached 25, but as we all know, must win by 2. Danny Snyder, probably the best serve artist on the team for the Warriors, sends this one away. Hill is going to take the serve, soft tap back over. Now Hall gets it over. Peck, the setup for Red, soft tap past the front line, good positioning by Abels. And then Hill drops it in, ties it up. Harwick able to score that one. Serve goes back to Northmont, and Abels will be the server. This one is away. Peck digs it out. The pushover, Snyder to Ortiz, absorbed there by Hill. Harwick gets it past. Peck not able to control it, and the score by the Thunderbolts, 26-25. 1 point away from taking set one. Brianna Abels back to do her job one more time. Red to Snyder. Ortiz through the defense and is able to score that one. We're tied back up again. The serve, too strong, Northmont back on top. That was Samaya Wilder on the serve, number 10 that time. Substitution, Harwick comes out, Hoff comes in to serve. 1 point lead here in set number one for Northmont. Gets the serve away. Peck, the setup to Snyder, through the defense, and they score. Oh, they're going to say it goes to Northmont. I'm not 100% sure what the call is, but the point goes to the Thunderbolts. And so Northmont will take set number one here on senior night. We're going to take a quick timeout here on the NM Sports Network between the two sets, and we'll be back here shortly. right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back inside the Thunderdome for set number 2 here on senior night for our Northmont Lady Bolts. Took set number 1 28-26. A back and forth affair. Now serving. First point is going to be scored there by Wayne. On the Northmont serve. Tapped over there by Ortiz. Now that was Abels to Harwick, and Northmont is going to be able to tie that one up. Hoff gonna check in now to serve. Peck, Snyder over to Ortiz, the block between Johnson and Osborne. The tag team able to come up with the rejection there. Harwick, or no, excuse me, that's Hoff again. There's control by Ortiz, over to Snyder. Hall sent to the back line. So much heat on that one. I don't know how anyone's gonna have a chance to control that. They saw half the Wayne team trying to chase it down afterwards. And just, I mean, that ball comes off high and fast. Northmont leading 3-1. Make that 4-1. Hoff will get the serve again. It is away. Red is able to control it. The little flip over there by Snyder. The soft tap by Hall, rejected by Nadia Ned. And Wayne will get back on the board. 4-2. Samaya Wilder now on the serve into the net. She gives it right back, and it'll be 5 serving 4. 5 serving 2. If I can get my words right. Jaden Johnson, instrumental part in anything that this Thunderbolt volleyball team does. Back to serve. Launches this one. Oh, it might have been too far, but it was dropping quickly. Cross court, Johnson keeps it alive from 9-9. That was Red to Johnson make that, and then Wayne will end up scoring. Now Ned serving. Hill sends this one high in the air. Back tap towards the net by Hoff. A diving Ned keeps it going over to Red. It's kept alive by Northmont, but they're just not going to be able to get it back over. The hustle was fantastic. First, it was Hill, and then I think after that it was Hoff, and then it was Hall, all crashing over there towards the bench. So none of them quite able to get it far enough over. I believe Wayne will score again. And we are back even. 5 all. Nadia Ned still serving. The setup by Abels, pushed over to Osborne. It's going to be deflected off of the net, comes right back to the Northmont side, and that's a double tap against Osborne. 4-0 run right there by the Warriors. It will be halted, and we're tied back up at 6. Oh, that one drops right between the Wayne defenders. We'll take a look and see if we can get that here on the NM Sports System replay in a moment. Dropped right between, maybe it was Peck and then number 11. Another serve there, that's Boomachad, I believe. Or excuse me, no, that's Wells, Abby Wells. Wayne is immediately going to be able to answer and score that one. Now back to serve, looks like Ortiz. Sends this one over, just barely gets it over the net, I believe. Miley Cassidy checking in for the first time. Sent high up in the air by Wells, just barely out of bounds there by Jenna Hall, I think it was. And the reason I say that is she looked frustrated walking away. She knows she should have been able to land that one. 8-7. Ortiz serving again, gets it over. Hill, the setup for Hall. Deflected by Grace Trago. And a nice job for Jenna Hall. After she made the mistake last possession, she's able to get it right back a moment later. The serve now by Hall this time. Ortiz taps it back towards the middle, and Lila Red is able to score. Back and forth we go, 9-8. Now Wayne leads. Soft tap, not nearly enough that time by Red. It's gonna fall into the net, and we're gonna be knotted back up at 9. Hill on the serve. Peck controls it. Back tap by Ortiz, and a great read there by make it that was Miley Cassidy. That ball drops in right behind her. Trago was the Warrior that sent it out of bounds. Back tap now over to Red. Abel's the setup for Johnson. Peck in good position, just maybe set up a step too far behind. It's gonna come off of her hands and fall in. Northmont now leading by 2. Haley Hill has done a really nice job all season long behind the serve line. The dig out over there by Wilder. Set up now by Abels, goes cross court to Harwick, drops it in just barely. to 9. Northmont was in the same position before, letting Wayne go on a little bit of a run, and they had to claw their way back in it. Peck, Ortiz pushes it over to Wilder. That one is controlled by Hill. The setup to Abels, and Johnson with a kill. They kind of bounced around for a moment before it finally found the floor. Was ricocheting between Warriors and the net. 13 to 9. Hill on the serve. Peck controls it. Tapped over now. That was Boomachad. Harwick is able to come away with another kill. A near block right in front of the net. Northmont building a lead, up 14-9. Since we got a moment, we're going to shout out a couple of our friends here on the NM Sports Network. First off, we're going to shout out our friends over there at the Alumni Tournament. 64-team single elimination tournament that's going to take place here in Ohio. There will be 8 different regions, 8 teams per region, all competing for a chance to win $50,000 and be crowned the best alumni team here in the state. If you guys have watched the TBT, it's going to be a lot like that, but it's going to have to do with the high school that you went to versus the college that you went to. That's kind of the biggest difference. If you guys are interested in maybe competing or just want to be able to watch, guys, stay tuned here on the NM Sports Network all year long as we'll be giving you guys more information about the tournament as we get closer. We're set to tip that off August 2026. The time just keeps coming, like I said, a little closer and closer. Coming out of the timeout, Haley Hill now is going to serve again. Peck looked like she was not ready to get back started after that one. Had heavy feet, kind of looked like she got stuck in the sand that time. Northmont has been able to build the lead up to 6. Virtually all off of the serves of Haley Hill. Back tap there by Red. Ortiz will get it over now. Abels to set up. Johnson, soft tap. And when you're used to her throwing it down, trying to send someone home in an ambulance, and then she comes in soft that time, you don't know how to handle it. Make it now 16-9. Peck pushes it up in the air. Over to Ortiz. It goes back line. Johnson keeps it alive after Hall kept it going, and then Harwick is going to knock it out of bounds. 16-10. Now the student sections are starting to go back and forth. You hear the home side telling the Wayne folks to look at the scoreboard. Abels taps that one over, makes sure the Bolts are going to be credited with it, and they will earn the 17th point. Abels dug out there by Peck. It's going to get back over to the Northmont side. Hill with the tap to Hall. Diving Peck, not in time. Northmont scores. The lead here in set number 2 continues to mount. Their Thunderbolts looking exceptionally strong here on senior night through about a set and a half. Into the net now, Abels is going to give one right back. Snyder, Hall, Harwick, and then it's going to be a soft tap over by Osborne. The back tap there by Snyder, gets it to the back line. Abels is going to control it. Harwick now back line and way too far on that one. Been a couple of times so far here tonight where the Thunderbolts have airmailed them, and when they have, I mean airmailed. Gets this one away. Hall able to control it. The back tap towards the net by Hill. Abels finally sends it over. The back tap there by, that was Snyder. Absorbed by Haley Hill. Now they go back row. Osborne keeps it, or excuse me, gets it over. Wayne is bouncing around trying to get it back over. But Northmont will earn that point and go up 19-12. Maddie Hoff back serving. Steps into frame and delivers the serve. Over to Red. Tap over by Ned. And a diving Abels is going to keep it alive for a moment, and then it's going to drop in on top of her. She would have gotten a little bit stronger piece of it, and then maybe her teammates would have been able to be there in time. But the point goes to Wayne, and the lead is cut to 6. Dug out there by Hill. Now she's going to send it over. Peck. Schneider over to Red. It's going to go off of Abels and then deflect off of Hoff and go out of bounds. Lead has been cut down to 5. Serving is Wilder. Set is received by Hill. Now over to Hall. She's going to locate the empty spot on the defensive side and score it. Northmont back up 6 and only got to go score 5 more points here in set number 2 to get the victory. Jaden Johnson back to serve this time. That one was right there on the line. Wayne is gonna play it though. Now tapped over by Hoff. Snyder gets it over to Red. Soft tap, diving thunderbolts everywhere. Gotta love the hustle and the effort. But Red with the soft tap instead of coming with the authority is gonna be able to score it. Nadia Ned. Hoff. Pushed over to Hall. It's going to be deflected. Ned up in the air. Snyder over to Red. Mistimed the jump was Osborne and Daniels. Wayne is going to be able to cut into the lead again. Down to 4. Another serve by Ned, controlled by Hoff. Up in the air. Osborne goes from corner to corner, across court right there, scores the point for Northmont.
Congratulations to Brianna Abels for surpassing 1,000 career assists and becoming Northmont Volleyball News.
And I am sorry to Brianna Abels as I do not have a graphic for her. But they just said she just recorded her 1,000th career assist. Get the Abels family out there. Get some pictures taken.
Brianna, your leadership, consistency, and dedication to your teammates continue to set the standard for Northmont Volleyball. Let's do it for Brianna!
Some of the notable challenges of a project of this size is just the project management of everything, the timing of everything. Obviously, it's a massive excavation, so you want to plan properly so that you don't dig and then you get a week and a half of rain. Starting these projects the right time of year is key, and once you open up excavation, is get it closed back as fast as possible.
Welcome back in to the Thunderdome for set number 3. Your Northmont Thunderbolts leading 2-0. They're going to start this one off with the lead as well. Abel's back to serve. Ortiz gets it over, a diving kill, and launch it over the Northmont bench.
Cheerleaders have done that for y'all. You could it. What student section did y'all have?
Wilder. Sent over by Johnson and the score by Northmont. Score for the Thunderbolts. And if you didn't know who scored at that time, Lady Bolts are telling you. I said your Lady Bolts telling you. Your student section is telling you. Which does mostly comprise of JV students, or of JV players. So I guess that might have been right. 4-1 after scoring that last point. Snyder. Abel's now the back set to Osborne. The soft tap was blocked. Hall now, she's going to be blocked, kept alive by Johnson, thrown over by Abels. Peck now over to Snyder, blocked right back at him. Johnson in the right positioning. She's going to send it right back again. Wells now, back tap and blocked again by Northmont, kept alive. And they're going to say, I think Jaden Johnson accidentally slid under the net on that last block. Let's see if we can get a shot of it real quick. And yeah, Or no, it wasn't Johnson. That was Osborne. Was definitely well under the net on that one. So Wayne gets back on the board, cuts the lead in half. A diving Hill keeps it going. The back tap, the back set by Abels, and Johnson was blocked. This one goes high up into the air. No one knew who was going to go after it. Osborne tries to get a piece of it, but it'll come down on the Northmont side. 4-3. Wayne trailing. Ned back into serve. Pushed up in the air by Hill. Hall gets it over and tries to get it over, and will send that one directly into the net. Wayne has come back to tie things up. Ned serves again. She's been real nice behind the serve line so far. Hall with the Thunder. It was deflected. Blocked by Johnson. My, oh my. Take a quick look at it here on the A&M Sports Instant Replay, and then we'll get to see her back behind the serve line again. Red Johnson elevates. Johnson clears the net. Peck, doesn't get a good piece of that one. It's going to go out of bounds. Northmont back up by 2, and Johnson still serving. Wells. Ruddle there on the front line, making sure that Northmont's going to be able to come away with that point. 7-4. Peck up in the air. Snyder. Back line way too strong. That was Jasmine Ortiz who did it that time. Johnson still back serving. Snyder, the soft tap, and Red will score that one between Ruddle, Abels, and Osborne. It's a tough situation for all three Bolts. Eight, 5. Abels with the setup over to Hall. It's deflected high in the air. I think it was Boomachad. Red, it's going to be blocked. Boomachad diving, keeps it alive. Sent over by Ortiz. Hill, Abels, Osborne with the attack. It's going to rattle its way in. Substitution as Roper comes in. And yeah, you see you see Osborne get that one over. And Red couldn't control it. And it crashed to the floor. Hill, the setup to Abels. Everyone thought she was gonna do another set, and instead she throws it over and scores it for the Thunderbolts. 10-5, the Lady Bolts lead. Snyder, the back tap to Ortiz. Diving Hoff keeps it going. A missed jump by, we're going to say that's Boomachad. She mistimed her jump, and she was on her way down. Sent it back into the net. (11-5), the lead grows for the Thunderbolts. Snyder, the toss over. Abels keeps things going. Hall gets it to the back line. A diving Peck keeps it. Ortiz back line out of bounds. Haley Hill with the aerial awareness, or with the spatial awareness to know that one was too far out of bounds. Timeout, Wayne. I'm going to want to talk things over, see if they can make a comeback here in set number 3 and have a chance to force set 4. We're going to take a quick break here on the NM Sports Network. Out of the timeout, and your Lady Thunderbolts here inside the Thunderdome leading by 7, 12-5. Snyder tossed over to Red. Hill keeps it going for a second, but that one came off of her hands, probably going 500 miles an hour. Wayne will be able to get back on the scoreboard. Cuts the lead in half. 12-6, Red on the serve. Lunging is Roper to keep things going. Hall gets it over. Red up in the air. Wilder to the Northmont side. Abels, it's going to be deflected, or Ruddle deflected off the net, and Abels got it over. Now that one, Wilder keeps it going. Hill chases it out of bounds to keep it alive. Hall too strong that time, and it's going to go over all of the Warriors' heads. Red on the serve now. Hall rather, is deflected. The back set by Snyder to Ortiz. She's not going to be able to get that one over the net. 13-7. Jenna Hall back to serve. Into the net, giving it right back. And if there's anywhere on the volleyball court that Jenna Hall doesn't excel to an extreme degree, it is from behind the serve line. It's the one place where she struggles from time to time. We've seen it so far here tonight. Peck is the server. She sends it back over. Roper diving. Abels keeps it going, and Hall, great concentration to send that one back over. Snyder back line. Roper not able to keep that one alive. Thirteen to 9. Peck to serve. Roper right in front of Abels. Ruddle blocked. Gonna drop in on the Northmont side. Lead has been carved all the way down to 3 and a timeout for Coach Breidenball. And there's a timeout on the floor. We're going to take a timeout here on the NM Sports Network.
Some of the notable challenges of a project of this size is just the project management of everything, the timing of everything. Obviously, it's a massive excavation, so you want to plan properly so that you don't dig and then you get a week and a half of rain. Starting these projects the right time of year is key, and once you open up excavation, is get it closed back as fast as possible.
All right, so back inside the Thunderdome, your Lady Bolts leading by 3. Abels keeps things going, and Hall gets it over. Red tapped up in the air. Snyder cross court, sets up her teammate. That was Ned. She gets it over twice in a row. Harwick elevates it over the front line of the defenders, and then Samaya Wilder and Peck run into each other. Wilder got the tap on it, and then she's trying to get out of the way of Peck, but just nearly knocked her teammate over. Northmont is going to get back on top. The lead is 4. Snyder and Peck team up to get this one over. The set now by Abels. High in the air. Snyder. Wilder diving, and Hill not able to keep it alive. Wayne gets the lead back to within 3. Roper absorbs it. Harwick drops it in on the back line. It doesn't get any closer than that. Gonna maybe try and save that replay, see if we can use that here in a couple of minutes. Red sets up, Red knocked it over to Snyder, and then she tried to set up her teammate. It was a bad tap, and it goes into the net. My apologies for not being able, forgetting how to talk for a moment. Northmont scores that point. Peck tapped over now by Wilder. A diving Hill. Osborne, I think she's kind of fading away on that one. He's going to lose. He's not going to be able to get it over the net. And Wayne gets it back to within 4. 16 to 12. Wilder on the serve. Abel's the setup. Johnson is going to go off the top of the net and come right back on her. Warriors have trimmed the lead to 3. Hill sliding in from the back line. Osborne goes back row. Snyder, the setup for Red, blocked, but it's going to come down on the feet of the Thunderbolts. Osborne and Johnson not able to get close enough to the net to send it over on that side. Hall gets it over to the middle. The setup by Snyder through the hands of the front line. Hall over to Hill. Back line, and that one is just going to be a little off the mark. It's going to drop in for the Warriors, and all of a sudden, look at the scoreboard. It's a 1-point ball game, boys and girls. Wilder now serving again. Hill, the setup by Abels. And they're going to score it. Who other than Jaden Johnson? Pushes the lead back out to 2. And you can hear the student section chanting her name yet again. Off, diving. That was Wells to keep it alive, but Northmont will score the point again, and now the lead is back up to 3. Red gets this one over, and Hoff with great aerial awareness lets it go. Lead is back to 4, 19 to 15. Hoff on the serve. Wells. And then Peck, a back tap by Snyder. Hall, the setup for Johnson, right between Wells and Snyder. And they just weren't quick enough to try and make a play there. The Jaden Johnson specialty. And since we got a timeout, we'll watch that replay in slow-mo. receives it. A setup by Abels and right between Snyder and Wells, and they just kind of looked at each other and said, I thought you had that. No, I thought you had that. And by no means did either of them have that. Now Hoff to serve. Snyder gets it over to Ortiz. It's going to be last touch by the Thunderbolts and go out of bounds. So Wayne able to trim back into that lead again, 20-16. Ned on the serve. One goes high in the air. Ball. It was blocked. It's going to go out of bounds, but last touched by Wayne. (21-16). Jaden Johnson back to serve. Wells. Snyder, the back tap to Osborne. Johnson, the setup over to Osborne now. Peck, the setup to Red. The soft tap. Hill keeps it going, or Hall keeps it going, gets it over Red. The throw over now there by Schneider. Ruddle got a piece of that one, and now Osborne gets it over. Wells, the back set to, that was Red again. Now pushed over to Hall, deflected towards the back line. Great job there by, that one was Boomachad, sent towards the back of the empty defensive zone of Northmont. Ortiz, Hoff, the throw over there by Abels. And a perfect job to get Northmont to within 3 points of a victory here on senior night. Miley Cassidy, haven't gotten to call her name too many times here tonight, but she is back in. Snyder deflected. Oh, it's kept alive. My goodness, we'll have to take a look at that here in a moment. I don't know if we actually have time to watch this replay, but we're gonna try. Oh, no, we are not in full speed, so we'll try to do that in a second. Now we definitely don't have time. Wayne cuts into the lead again. A diving Cassidy, not able to score that one. Not able to keep that one alive, I guess I should say. This ball goes out of bounds. Taps this one up in the air. Ruddle loses her balance. Hoff gets it over. Wilder, the setup from Snyder, a diving Cassidy keeps things going. Hill calls it out and gets it over. Snyder back to Red at the feet of Cassidy, and she's not going to be able to scoop it out. Lead has been cut to 2. Let's see if we can get a look here at this replay real quick. Snyder, it's deflected. They act, oh, maybe they're going to say that went off the foot of the Warrior. I think that was Ortiz. Maybe we'll get another look at that here in a minute. 2-point lead for your Bolts. Osborne has it blocked. Give that one to Sam Ruddle. Northmont gets control back, leading by 3. Jenna Hall now back to serve. Keeps this one in bounds. Peck, The tap over there by Snyder. A diving Cassidy won't be able to keep it in play. And that point goes to Wayne. The lead is back to 2. Peck on the serve. Miscue between Cassidy and Hall as they both went for it, but Ruddle will get it over. Peck the back tap. Red finds the back corner of the defense. Cassidy diving, won't be able to keep it alive. And the lead is back down to 1. All right, the Warriors gonna be able to backdoor their way to a set number 4, or the Thunderbolts gonna come away with a senior night sweep. Hill keeps it going. Up in the air goes Roper. Harwick is going to be deflected off the front line. Wilder sent towards the back line, and Hall keeps it alive. Up in the air by Hill. The tap over there by Abels. Snyder to Red. At the feet of Roper and Hall. It's a tie ball game. (23 all). Wayne has surged all the way back. Sidney Peck serves it away again. Roper digs it out. Abel sets it up, goes over to Harwick, and she's going to be too strong with that one. Wayne with their first lead in quite a long time. And the Thunderbolts are going to take a timeout, and because of that, we're going to see if that ball really did bounce off the foot of the Wayne Warrior. I thought that this possession was dead. Deflected. Oh, and I think it might have been off the foot of Danny Snyder. Can we run that back a little bit and take a look at that again? Let's try maybe running it back one more time. See Red come in, and it looks like, yeah, Danny Snyder stabs that toe out there just in time. That's really been a game changer. As Wayne was down a ton at that point, they've been able to charge all the way back and now lead by 1. Great work there by the cameraman to be able to get that one. Hill tapped over to Daniels. Peck keeps things going. Snyder back to Red. They go soft tap between the defenders, and Wayne backdoors their way to the set victory and lives to fight at least one more set here inside the Thunderdome. They're going to take this one 25-23. We're going to take a break here on the NM Sports Network.
Growing up, I kind of felt like
Some of the notable challenges of a project of this size is just the project management of everything, the timing of everything. Obviously, it's a massive excavation, so you want to plan properly so that you don't dig and then you get a week and a half of rain. Starting these projects the right time of year is key, and once you open up excavation, is get it closed back as fast as possible.
Seeing people rock with Express it definitely, it makes me feel like I'm making a difference, especially those of us in the Black community. We all got this competitive spirit. Seeing them represented, it's always a great feeling. And it's also an honor because it's like they see something in me that they relating to. It's so much more than just the game of basketball or, school or education. This is people's lives, you know what I'm saying?
right after that commercial break. Welcome back in here on the NM Sports Network for set number 4 between your Northmont Thunderbolts and the Wayne Warriors. You guys can see there are our honored members of the volleyball team here tonight, the seniors. All their senior posters right there. Here we are ready to start off set number 4 here on the NM Sports Network. The Thunderbolts will start this set 4 with the serve. Brianna Abels now serving, dug out there by Peck. Snyder sends it cross court, trying to set up Wilder. It's going to be deflected right back towards the Warriors, and Northmont takes the early lead. Abels back to serve again. Ortiz takes it. Now Peck gets it over. Abels the setup to Johnson off the front row. Diving Wilder trying to keep it alive, but not quick enough. Abels right between all of the defenders. Ortiz and Red just going to stare at each other. They thought that the other one had that one. The two closest Warriors, like neither of them hardly moved. Abels up 3-0. The setup there by Danny Snyder. Back tap to Osborne. Hill make it with the punch to keep things going. And they're going to say it's a double tap by the Thunderbolts, and that is how Wayne will get on the board for the first time in set number 4. The JV squad for the Warriors letting the Thunderbolts know what they are and are not allowed to do. Beautiful hustle that time by Abels to keep things going, and Harwick got it over. Set up there, Abels to Harwick. They're gonna say that someone ran into the net, I believe, for Wayne, so that is gonna give Northmont the point and the 4-1 lead. Hoff with the set. Snyder, the fake set and the tap over, scores it for Wayne, back to within 2. Wilder on the serve. Hall. Johnson is gonna come with the authority. That one stays up on the top of the net for a second before it goes on the Wayne side. Wayne sends it back. It's blocked by Johnson. Speaking of, Jaden Johnson lining up from behind the serve line. Controlled by Wells, the toss over by Snyder, sent to the back line by Osborne. This one goes high up into the air. Red mistimes her jump, trying to launch it over the net. It's gonna come down off of the net and into the Warriors side. 6-2, Northmont leads. Johnson still back to serve. Wells, Snyder the setup. In comes Ortiz, way too strong. Northmont scores again, leads 7-2, up by 5. Johnson still in there to serve. Wells the dig. Now pushed over there by Danny Snyder, and it just seems like everything she does out here on the volleyball court has a positive outcome for Wayne. I thought she was going to push that one too strong out of the back line, but instead it just kind of dies once it gets past all of the Thunderbolts and just drops in there between the back line and the three-point line. Abels goes cross court to Hall. Set up behind him after the block was Hoff, who keeps it alive again after the block. Hall gets it in now between Nadia and Ned and all of the other Warriors. Northmont scores that one, goes up 8-3. Megan Roper now serving. Towards the back line, Wells over to Ortiz, and then Red got it over. A diving Roper sends it under the net. Eight 4. Ortiz serves. Hill controls the serve. Blocked and falls in out of bounds. Jenna Hall trying to score that one. She put so much power on it that the block was deflected from the net all the way back behind the serve line and out of bounds for Northmont to score, going up 9-4. Pushed over to Harwick. A diving Peck keeps it alive, but that is all for naught as that one flies way out of bounds and Wells won't be able to chase it down. 6-point lead for Northmont and a timeout for Wayne. And since we got a moment here on the NM Sports Network, we're going to shout out a couple of our sponsors. Our friends over at Bluebird Construction. You need your home remodeled. You need your roof redone. Call Bluebird Construction. Look up bluebirdohio.com. Huge shout out to them for rocking with us all year long. And then Jamichael Blanton, our buddy over there at Express It Athletics. They make fantastic athletic apparel. And if you guys like supporting local, then he is one of the guys to call. Does a fantastic job making all the different warm-up gear for so many different high schools here in the area. And they're also starting to branch out. They got stuff in the Atlanta area, in Houston, Chicago. It's not quite just a small little company anymore. 937-369-0222. That's how you guys can get a hold of them. And then our friends over at the Code Credit Union, Code Credit Union, one good reason after another to rock with us here on the NM Sports Network and Code Credit Union all year long. 937-222-8971. We're back to the action. The serve by Northmont, the dive there by Hill to keep things going. Hall up in the air, sent cross court to Harwick, blocked by Snyder, but it was sent to the middle of the Wayne defense. And then Snyder is able to hit that one back over right between all of the Thunderbolts and pulls things a little closer for Wayne, trailing by 5. Red to Roper. Receives the serve. Harwick after the setup by Abel. She's going to score this one. Northmont goes back up 6. Serving is Haley Hill. Peck, the toss over there by Snyder. Set up, Abels to Johnson, goes high and soft this time. Red tries to go back line. Roper keeps things going. Hall with the soft tap. Gets it over the outstretched arms of the defender who mistimed their jump, and Northmont now leads by 7. Hill on the serve, down to her knees goes Red. Wilder barely gets this one over, maybe mistimes her attack. Now Harwick sends it over. Red absorbs it on the back line. She gets it right back from Snyder and sends it over. Abels with the throw over, goes back line. Red keeps things going. Wilder right back over through the hands of Abels. And because Abels got a piece of it, it kind of died, and Harwick diving in, not quick enough to keep it alive. That was Roper on the back line, not Harwick. My apologies. Peck serves this one. Abels, Johnson blocked right back at her. She keeps it going though. Hall now over to Harwick. Red. Danny Schneider with the throw over. Good job by Hall to keep things going, and Harwick back to the Wayne side. Snyder the setup. Red, they get it over, but Harwick saves it. Another setup now by Snyder, goes over to Wilder. A diving Hill keeps things going. Roper now back the other way. Tapped over by Snyder. Set up by Abels, tapped over by Johnson. This extended rally keeps going. The throw over by Abels. No one's able to pick it up for Wayne. Take a quick look at it here on the NM Sports Instant Replay. You see Abels tricks them. They thought she was going for the hard set, and instead kind of spins it around and dumps it over. Northmont scores that one, goes up 13-6. Last touch by a Warrior, and Northmont continues to build the lead. Brianna Abels serves again. Red keeps it alive, goes all the way down, almost to her knees. It's gonna fall in for Northmont again. Nine-point lead for the Bolts. Red keeps it going this time. Sends it right back over, blocked by Johnson. Now the pushover, way too much by Red this time. And the point goes to the Thunderbolts now with a double-digit lead. Abels keeps things going now. Hill to Hall, way too strong by Jenna Hall. Will give the point to Wayne. Danny Snyder back to serve. Abels is able to save it, and then Hill gets it over. Snyder the back tap to the back set, I should say, to Red, and then Wilder gets a piece of it that time. No Thunderbolts close enough. Back-to-back points by Wayne makes it an 8-point deficit. Snyder with another serve. This one's going to skip off the net, and Hill calls for it. Northmont's able to get this one back over. Snyder goes high up in the air to Ortiz. Haley Hill was kind of crashing towards the net. She's caught off balance and deflects it over towards the bench. 3 straight for Wayne. Snyder on the attack again, and this one goes into the net. Northmont really could kind of use that mistake there by Snyder as things were maybe starting to slip there. Hoff now to serve. Snyder the setup to Wilder. That one may have been blocked by someone on the front line. I feel like that's the only reason why that ball lost all of its momentum, but Wayne will score it. 17-10. Wilder now back will serve. Hall comes out and receives the serve. Red blocked by who else? Jaden Johnson. Gets the lead back to 8, and Jaden Johnson will now be serving. As Alex likes to say, she likes to load up from Southeast Asia. Back line shot, drops in, nice. attack that time by Ortiz was able to locate the empty corner and put a bullseye in there. Bolts lead by 7. Ned sends this one towards the back line. Abels over to over to Hall. Snyder kept it going, and Red will be able to shoot it back over. The setup there by Abels to Osborne, trying to time the block against Red. She's going to sky this one too far, and the point goes to Northmont. Roper will now be serving again for Northmont, leading by 8. Might have been able to let that one go, but Wells plays it. Ortiz is blocked, but it's still on the Northmont side. Hall goes with the finesse. The set by Snyder and the kill by Red. Lila Red is doing everything she can to keep Wayne going. Ortiz another serve. Abels the set over to Hall. Not able to keep this one in bounds. So Wayne will score again. 13-19. Roper up in the air. Now Hoff will send it over. Ortiz to Snyder. Red, too strong. Oh no, they're going to say it's deflected. They say a Thunderbolt got a fingertip on that, and a timeout now for Northmont. Was leading by as much as 10, and the lead has slipped to 5. We're going to take a timeout here on the NM Sports Network as well, and we will be back to the action in just a moment. Back inside the Thunderdome here on the NM Sports Network. Ortiz still serving for Wayne. They will draw closer as Hill is not able to contain that serve. They were up 16-6, and since then, Wayne has gone on a 9-3 run. Hill will absorb and control the serve. Roper gets it over. Red, the soft tap between all of the Northmont defenders at the feet of Cassidy, and they will score that one. A 10-3 run here by the Warriors. Hill keeps it alive and vacates. Now Hoff gets it over. That one was a nice job there by Wells, because that one would have landed just inside the field of play, and Northmont, coming apart at the seams right now, has let Wayne score again, 19-17. Ortiz into the net. It's going to give Northmont a little bit of a break and see if they can reset things and start to score on the offensive end now. Jenna Hall back to serve, gets this one away. Wells, The tap over by Snyder, and it's going to fall out of bounds. Big break for Northmont right there. No one for Northmont was on that side of the floor near the net. And if they're able to, if Snyder is able to locate that one, Wayne is back on the attack. Now Wells absorbs it. Snyder, the setup for Red. Too soft of a tap by Red, frustrated with herself. Gives another one back to Northmont. Now they were leading by just 2 a moment ago. The lead is back up to 5, and Northmont 3 points away from taking set 4 here on senior night. I don't have the typical graphic that I normally have for you guys, but tomorrow night, not here inside the Thunderdome, but just, I guess down the street would not be correct. Across the parking lots, I guess you could say, over there at the Premier Health Stadium. Me, along with Gunnar Holp, will be there tomorrow night for Northmont versus Centerville, taking place on the gridiron. That one's going to kick off at 7. We'll probably start the pregame 6:40, 6:45, somewhere around then. You guys should join us. Should be a lot of fun. Northmont still looking for that first win on the season. The second to last home game on the season. But back here inside the Thunderdome, Northmont leading 22-17. Jenna Hall on the serve. Snyder, the tap over to Red. Roper keeps things going. Hall keeps it alive, but it's going to go on the wrong side of the antenna. And Wayne is going to score that one. Warriors trailing by 4. Lila Red to serve. Jenna Hall sends it back over on the receive set. Abels goes cross court to Harwick. They keep things going. Wilder and Roper keeps it going. Oh, back over to Harwick. Ortiz, Snyder towards the middle to Red. It's going to deflect off of the net. Abels went towards the middle of the floor, and it drops in the spot that she just vacated. (22-19). Red. This one just barely gets over the net. Daniels goes towards the back line. Red diving. Miscommunication between her and her teammate, and this one is going to drop into the net, and Northmont will be fortunate. They'll get the lead back up to 4. Haley Hill now back to serve. Red down to one knee. She taps it over now. A diving Hill keeps it going. The back set for Johnson. Off the hands of Osborne, and I think they're going to say someone two-handed that one. Don't quote me on that. But Wayne pulls to within 3. Peck back to serve. Receive that serve was Hill. Over to Harwick. Back line, too strong. 23-21. The Thunderbolts lead continues to shrink. Peck another serve. Set up Abels to Johnson, and they're going to be able to score it. Northmont moves on to match point. And Brianna Abels, the one who collected assist number 1,000 a few moments ago, is back to set with a chance to get the win on senior night. Hill, or make that Hall, goes cross court. Harwick, Red up in the air. Gets it right back from Snyder. Too strong, out of bounds. Thunderbolts win on senior night. What a matchup. Your Lady Bolts are able to get out of this one. They controlled this game the whole way. They lost control for a slight moment in set number 1 as they let the Warriors get a little bit of a lead. They come back, and they're able to secure the set 1 win, make it look easy in set number 2. They were ready to win set number 3 and let it get away from them, and they nearly did it right there in set number 4, but we saw the resiliency come through at the end for your Lady Bolts. They come away with win number 12 on senior night. Can't be any more excited for all those ladies. It was a fantastic night here inside the Thunderdome. And I said it a couple of, I think, a few minutes ago. Don't forget to tune in here on the NM Sports Network tomorrow night for the matchup between your Thunderbolts and the Centerville Elks over on the gridiron at Premier Health Stadium. We will kick that one off at 7 o'clock. We will probably go live 6:40, 6:45, sometime around then. So should be a lot of fun tomorrow night on the gridiron. I cannot wait. Andy Horton alongside my man Josh running the camera here on senior night. I guess before we go, we'll do a sponsor shout out or two. Bluebird Construction. If you need your home remodeled, you need your roof redone, Bluebird Construction are the people to call. BluebirdOhio.com. Huge shout out to them for being with us here all season long. Our man Jamichael Blanton over there at Expressive Athletics makes fantastic athletic apparel. 937-369-0222 is one of the 3 ways you can get a hold of them. You guys can see the other 2 ways there on the screen. Code Credit Union. One good reason after another to rock with us here all season long on the NM Sports Network and our friends over there at Code Credit Union. 937-222-8971. And then last but most certainly not least, the Alumni Tournament is a 64-team single elimination tournament that is going to take place here in Ohio. 8 regions across the state, and all 64 teams are competing for the crown to be the #1 alumni team in the state and for $50,000. More information as the season rolls along, and that is going to tip off August 2026. It's a huge shout out to them for being a sponsor of ours here on the NM Sports Network. One more regular season game for your Lady Bolts. That one is going to be, I believe it's Monday night down in Monroe. I'm not 100% sure if we're going to be traveling to cover that one or not. I think we'll let you guys know about that one tomorrow. But what a way to be able to end things on senior night. Your Lady Bolts win 3-1. Huge shout out to all of them. I'm Andy Horton here on the NM Sports Network. That's all, folks.